Hey, it's Adam with Theros Media. I just want to show you how to generate middle of the funnel leads, especially if you're a contractor for your HVAC business. A lot of times, we as advertisers and contractors, I'm an advertiser now, I used to be a contractor before. We need to feed our salespeople now. For our agency, I generate a ton of estimate leads for contractors around the country, and they need leads now. You need to get, your salespeople booked. I understand all that. I know how to do that well, but you also need to be able to generate a list of prospects who are also interested in your product and service to serve them later down the road. Maybe they're not ready to buy now; they're ready to buy in maybe a week or two. And these type of leads generally lead to half the cost of acquisition for leads that are ready to buy now, because everybody's going after those. No one's really going after the middle of the funnel, top of the funnel type of people. They need a little more talking to, let's say, to get them into your funnel. So I'm going to show you how we do that for a couple contractor clients that we can do that for. A lot of times we don't have the budget to do that, but for this one we do. And I'll show you what it looks like. So you can get leads in $2-3. This one, as of right now, for the last month, has been getting leads in for $9 on average. Some days are $2, some days are $10. But this one generates leads pretty well on a consistent basis, day in and day out. So $9 leads multiplied that times 5 usually leads to a $45 estimate cost. So to get on an estimate usually leads to $45. And the reason that's the case is because I'm not reaching out to people who aren't interested in my company and product. And the difference between lead cost and estimate cost, you might get leads in for $30-40, but then the cost per estimate, so the amount of calls you have to make to get on the estimate, maybe you book 1 in 3, maybe you book 1 in 2. So if your lead cost is $40, your estimate cost is $80. Same thing with a home advisor lead. You might be spending $70-80 on a home advisor lead, but your cost per estimate might be $210 to $280 because 1 out of every 4 turns into an estimate instead of 1 out of 1. So this way you're generating leads that know your business, trust your business, and are interested in your product. And also your estimate cost is a lot lower because you're generating a lot more leads and you're putting them through a process of turning them into potential customers for your business later on down the road. So I'll show you how to do that now. And like I said, the lead cost could be, the lead cost, so these aren't sales qualified leads, I'd call them. So I wouldn't send these to a sales team. So we nurture these in-house for our clients. So lead cost is $9, but the cost per estimate for these leads is $45 compared to, if our lead comes in at, let's say, $60 for an estimate lead and they book 1 out of 2, then their estimate cost is $120. So these leads are actually 3 times less expensive, but you have to do a lot more work to get to them. So what we did now is we set up a not like a buyer's guide. A buyer's guide is more for people who are interested in a system and they want to know which system to get. This is a get to know everything about ductless thing, and I'll show you ours that we built for our your ductless tech company. So it's an introduction. What is a mini split? How does a mini split works? Drawbacks of mini splits, benefits of mini splits, all this type of stuff that you would need to know to be an informed buyer for that specific product. And basically, what we did is I'm building I'm building a website right now. I'm going to turn it into a company, kind of similar to Home Advisor, but it focuses on mini split installation leads. So this is, everything you need to know about a mini split. It talks about the different types of mini splits, what a mini split is, how does it work, the drawbacks of mini splits, because people need to know that, the benefits of mini splits, all this type of stuff. This is really valuable information for people who would be searching for mini splits and want to know everything they can about the purchase they're going to make. So we send this to people as a download. But the key is not just to send people as download, but to nurture that lead. So I'll show you the lead nurturing sequence. And as of right now, I'm building so for our company, it's not the best use of my time and resources to build a CRM, but it is in the future because it's going to pair with a landing page builder for our clients. We can build landing pages pretty quickly. We can optimize them pretty quickly per client, and then they can go in and see all the leads that came in from every single avenue, Home Advisor, Angie's List, Facebook, Google, all that type of stuff. So as of right now, this is the 8 contacts within the last couple of days are in this phase right now. So this is your ductless mini split guide, 0 contacts. So they send out 8 within the last day. Wait 5 minutes. Send another did you get your guide. So the reason we follow up with them is if you read anything about follow-ups, typically the first, you either do an immediate follow-up. So this is immediately. This is 5 minutes afterwards. This is just asking them that they get to the guide. Do they need any help with it? And the clicks here are to the guide. So to go online and get the guide, you see we have a 200% open rate, 50% click-through rate for the guide. And on the back of the guide, they have the name, email, phone number of the company, how to get an estimate from them, all that type of stuff. And then this did you get your guide email is open 50% of the time, but also click 13% of the time. And that click leads to an estimate form for a contractor. So basically it says, did you get your guide here? If you didn't, here's the download link here. Click through that, get the download link. Then, did you get your guide? If you did, yes, do you want to schedule an estimate with our, the contractor that this is for? Yes or no. They click yes, then they go to a scheduling form, and 13% of the people who have been through this email sequence have clicked out on this first email to get an estimate from this contractor. So it's not a waste to bring in people initially, 13%. So if you multiply this times 13%, you get $85 or so for the cost per estimate. But then we go further down. If that's the only thing we did, we wait a day and we say there's 9 contacts right here waiting. 9 contacts, 1 waiting in this 1 day. So there's 1 day in the last day. All right. What can Ductless do for you? 29% opened, nobody clicked. There's no links in this email. This is just a value email showing them what Ductless can do for them. I'm giving them a testimonial of what this specific system has done. So let's see the stats here. Stats. Opens. This is in the last week, okay. So let's do this month. All right, that's more like it. So 28 people this month. We started the campaign a couple days ago. Actually, I think it was the 9th we started the campaign. So 28 people within the 9th, sent to 28 people, delivered to 27, so 1 person bounced. 16% opened, 7 people clicked to get their link. All right. So we're going to go down here, opens. 27 people delivered, 9 people opened, 1 person clicked. So 1 immediate estimate right off the bat. Waiting. This is a click to a review, I believe. And the review has a lead form on the bottom there too. 28 delivered, 8 opened, 3 clicks. So there's 3 more. I think this led to 2 estimates, not 3. So about a 10% estimate ratio. So that's 3 estimates so far. Wait 2 more days. Hasn't sent to everybody yet. 24 people sent, 3 opened. And this is a direct ask to get them to be a estimate for us. Someone unsubscribed and 2 blocked our emails. And this is a dummy email. It's not an email account from the company. It's the one we have for them that we built for them. So that's okay because it's not going to hurt their emailing capabilities, just the ones that we send out from this specific email. So from this specific campaign, there were, I believe, 3 directly from the emails, and then 3 other ones that got the emails and then went to the actual website and booked. I believe it was something like that in analytics. I know it was 6 people total estimates from 27 leads. So let's see here. 6 divided by 27 is 22%. So about 1 in 5 people that we saw here. So 1 in 5. Yeah, 1 in 5 is fine. So what we do is multiply this to get our lead cost. This times 5. leads to a $45 estimate, not lead, estimate. So that is way lower than the average cost per estimate. Like I said, if you have a 50% booking ratio, whatever it is, your lead cost is only half of what your estimate cost is. If you have a 20% booking ratio, it's a fifth. If you have a 30% booking ratio, it's a third. So you can see how this plays out pretty drastically if you get in a good rhythm, if you tweak the emails well enough that you have more people open. And we haven't actually tweaked the emails yet. We haven't tested anything with these emails. It's just a base campaign. Each email might be maybe 50 words max. So this is just a base campaign that we built for our client to get them to bring in more estimates, because I know we need estimates immediately, but you also need further opportunities later. And you can also use a strategy if you're thinking to expand. So when I was running an HVAC company with our partners, we were looking to go into a new market, and we wanted to generate estimates for that market. I said, instead of generating estimates, why don't we generate leads cheaper? And then from those leads, we pick out who wants to work with us. So this is the strategy that we were going to use. It was going to be a, basically, one campaign was top of the funnel, one was middle of the funnel, one was direct acquisition for a estimate. It was going to be, this is a middle of the funnel type of thing. Then the top of the funnel was going to be something like, will mini splits work in your home, or something like that. Or the best way for you to get air conditioning in your home. I think something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what it was. But it was along those lines of the best way to get air conditioning in your home, even if you don't have it. Something like that. Then there was going to be this. And then the buyer's guide was going to be the bottom of the funnel. Find the right system for your home, buyer's guide. And it was going to have a calculator inside of it, all that type of stuff. And we built out something like this. It worked extremely well for generating leads in the area. I'm not entirely sure what they did with it, because I left the company before we expanded. Now I'm back working with them because they expanded in there. So I can ask. But this is a good way for you to generate leads, not sales qualified, but you can get them sales qualified by just following up with them with a couple emails afterwards. And email marketing is a very, very underrated strategy in the home services field, especially the HVAC field. I don't think there are hardly anybody doing it. I know of three immediately I can tell off the top of my head, but every company should be doing it. I know it's a ton of work to do, and you probably don't have the staff or the people in your company to do it very well. But I think it's incumbent on you to figure it out, because it will work tremendously well for you. Like I said, leads come in at $9.15. These are not sales qualified, but they are sales qualified at $45. They're actually booked on the estimate at $45. And the estimates are not just price shopping, because they can basically get the price. We lay out the formula of how to calculate the price inside the guide. So they can basically get the price of their mini splits. They know the company, they understand it, they know the mission of the company. They know what a mini split is, which ones they want. They're much more educated than just generating leads just to get estimates. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully you take it away, make more money with it, and we'll talk to you soon.